So it's time for another FAIRYLOOT unboxing, and this is the December box. I can't remember what the theme is, but I will tell you in a minute. Before I get there though, please admire my new t-shirt that I got for Christmas. I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. Thought I would just point that out because I quite like it. I'm also trying a slightly different lighting setup. I feel like this is a bit more ambient. So let me know what you think of it if you have an opinion on lighting, which you may not, and if you don't, that's fine. But let's get into the box. So this is what the box looks like. This is our spoiler card, which I'm not going to read, but the theme is defying the odds. And all I can really remember about this box is that there are going to be 2 books in it, which is of course incredibly exciting. So putting the spoiler card aside, let's dive in and see what we've got. So first up, it looks like we have some Game of Thrones inspired pencils that have writing on them. Now I'm going to be useless at telling you what these references are because I have neither read nor watched Game of Thrones. Grimdark isn't necessarily my thing as far as fantasy goes, so not really my forte here. But we have 4 pencils that read Growing Strong, Hear Me Roar, Fire and Blood, and Winter is Coming. Winter is Coming is the only reference that I am familiar with. Then we have a zippy coin purse that says Hic sunt Leones, Here Be Lions, by Pierce Brown Golden Sun, which I am aware is part of the Red Rising series. Again, I am not in the fandom, but it is useful to have pencil cases. We've had quite a few pencil cases and sort of zippy pouches from FAIRYLOOT, and I do find them incredibly useful for storing things in. I suspect this one I will use for the many assortment of cables that are currently in my desk drawer and making a huge mess. I do actually need to sort out my desk drawer because it's just that place in my house where I just throw stuff that I don't have anywhere else to put, and it just means that the whole thing is just a disaster area. So I really do need to sort it out, and a coin purse, a zippy pouch will come in quite handy for organisational purposes, I suspect. Next up we have a tea, and this is a Priory of the Orange Tree inspired tea. Say that 5 times fast. Black tea with orange pieces, which is interesting. I've never had an orange tea before, but I do really enjoy loose leaf teas and trying lots of different types of flavours of tea, if you know what I mean. So this one is black leaf blended with orange peel and natural orange oil. So that should be really nice. I can't really smell it and I don't want to open it because it doesn't look like it's resealable, but I will drink it at some point and report back on whether I liked it or not, possibly in a vlog. I'm not sure whether to continue vlogs into next year. We'll see. Then we have some socks inspired by The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Adier, which I have not read. Are we sensing a theme? I have read Priory of the Orange Tree, actually, but I haven't read The Wrath and the Dawn yet, although I do want to. It's young adult sci-fi, and I don't know if you've ever seen the hardback cover for it, but it's absolutely stunning. And these have the same pattern on as that, so I really appreciate that. Plus, they are long socks, which I also really like, and they seem very soft inside and quite stretchy. Next up we have a pin, which I'm really happy about because I've been getting really into pins recently. This one is a Fire Queen pin, and it says Fire Breathing Bitch Queen on it, which is snarky and kind of fun, and I really like it. I have absolutely no idea what fandom it's from, but I will have written that on the screen for you. Nevertheless, I think it's a really pretty pin, and I look forward to putting it onto my pin banner, which is actually getting quite full, but I might be able to fit this here if I move my bat over a little bit. I'll figure it out. This box is jam-packed with stuff. The next thing we have is a flannel. I think that that's what this is, and it says, my favourite game is called How Many Chapters can I read in one night? Well, I feel personally attacked and also deeply understood all at the same time. So this is just a really, really cute, like I said, I think it's a flannel. I possibly won't use it as a flannel just because I do have very, very sensitive skin and I have to be careful what I use on my skin, and this does feel very slightly on the rough side just for my skin. It is very soft, but just for my skin it's a little bit rough. So I'll have to find something to do with this that is not flannel related. If anybody has any ideas, by all means let me know. Maybe I'll use it as a pin banner or something. Sew some ribbon onto the corners and then use it for pins maybe? I don't know. I will get creative and figure something out. Next up we have some magnetic bookmarks inspired by Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, which makes me very, very happy. As you may know, Skyward and Starsight, the two books in the Skyward series by Brandon Sanderson that are out so far, are books that I really, really enjoyed. I've read Skyward twice. I've only read Starsight once so far, but I do plan to read it again. Very, very exciting. And these are Spencer, Doomslug and Mbot from that series, and I absolutely love them. I don't actually like using magnetic bookmarks in my books because I find that they can rip the pages, but I will definitely find somewhere to display these because they are super cute and I really like them. And then we come on to the first of our two books, and it is Wicked As You Wish by Rin Chupeco, which I'm actually really excited about because Rin Chupeco is an author that was recommended to me by one of you. I'm not 100% sure who it was, so I'm really, really sorry that I can't remember that right now, but I looked into her works and I was really interested to pick up lots of her books, and it looks like this is an advanced reader copy for a book that's not actually coming out until the 3rd of March next year. So I'm very, very excited to have this because I definitely want to try Rin's writing out, and now I can include this onto my TBR, so that's really exciting. This actually looks like it's going to be book 1 in a series called 100 Names for Magic, and I will just read you the blurb or the synopsis. An unforgettable alternative history fairy tale series from the author of the Bone Witch trilogy about found family, modern day magic and finding the place you belong. Many years ago, the magical kingdom of Avalon was left desolate and encased in ice when the evil Snow Queen waged war against the powerful country. Its former citizens are now refugees in a world mostly devoid of magic, which is why the Crown Prince and his protectors are stuck in Arizona. Prince Alexei, the sole survivor of the Avalon royal family, is in hiding in a town so boring that magic doesn't even work there. Few know his secret identity, but his friend Tala is one of them. Tala doesn't mind, she has secrets of her own, namely that she's a spellbreaker, someone who negates magic. Then, hope for their abandoned homeland reignites when a famous creature of legend and Avalon's most powerful weapon, the Firebird, appears for the first time in decades. Alex and Tala unite with a ragtag group of new friends to journey back to Avalon for a showdown that will change the world as they know it. That sounds really good. I'm really excited to read that actually. So I will try to read this fairly early on in 2020 so that I can give you my thoughts on it before it's actually released. And Rin Chupeco is an author that I'm really interested in, so it's possible that I may include her on an author trials video, and this will make that really handy. I may just try a few of her books. We'll see, but I'm really excited to read this. It sounds great. Then we have our tarot cards for the month, and as ever, I cannot remember which fandom these are supposed to be a part of, but we do have the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups. I think we're on to a new artist as well. It definitely looks like a different style of art, and I do like it. It's very, I don't know artistic terms, quite simple, plain lines, that kind of thing. There's probably a technical term for that I'm just not aware of. And then we come to the book pouch. So as always, I'm going to try to take out the items in here before I look at the book. And I actually can't even remember what the clues about this book were this month, so I honestly don't know which book it's going to be. We have, of course, our spoiler card bookmark, which we get every month. We have our fairy scoop. Oh, we actually have a signed book plate for Wicked As You Wish. So that's really cool to have that to add to an arc. So I'm going to stick that in there shortly. That's really cool. And then we have our character art with author letter on the reverse. And we also actually have an author letter from Rin for Wicked As You Wish as well, so that's really nice. I really like those additional touches alongside the arc. That's really great. And then we come to the book, which is 8 Will Fall by Sarah Harrion, which has a beautiful cover. That art is amazing. I really like that. I mean, I have not heard of this at all. I have absolutely no idea what it is or what it's about, but it's a very pretty cover. It's one of those soft touch covers as well, which you all know I do quite enjoy. Let's see what it looks like naked. So I don't know if this is going to pick up on camera, but there is stenciling on, or indentation. Is that stenciling or indentation? I don't know. It's a falling person anyway. And then white lettering on the spine with red end pages. It should also be signed. Yes, it is. And the dust jacket is also reversible. And so far, I'm getting a somewhat creepy vibe from this book. I don't know if that's just me, but it just feels a little bit ominous, which I'm into. Let me read you the synopsis. 17-year-old Larkin is an empath, born with the ability to sense the emotions of others and siphon them to either conjure or destroy. But magic is illegal in Demura, so for most of her life, Larkin's powers have been repressed by Queen Malay's harsh edicts and the stifling presence of luminate metal. Yet, when Demura falls prey to an ancient evil lurking below the surface, Queen Malay calls on Larkin and 7 other outlaws to save the kingdom. Descending into an underground realm full of unspeakable horrors, Larkin and her party must use their forbidden magic to survive what lies in wait, with teeth sharp and talons deadly. As Larkin battles for her life, she finds a light in Amias, a notorious felon with a shadowed past, and begins to come into her own magic. But as the dangers multiply and their band is picked off one by one, Larkin and Amias realise their fates are entwined in a way they never could have imagined. The 8 of them were chosen for a reason. Ooh, that sounds really interesting. I'm super looking forward to picking that up, and I will probably try to pick it up fairly soon. It sounds really dark and ominous, and I really hope it doesn't let me down because I really do enjoy, although I don't enjoy grimdark, I do enjoy standard fantasy with dark themes. So that sounds very interesting, and I really look forward to picking it up. Oh, I've actually just looked at the Fairy Scoop, and it is actually an exclusive cover as well. So this one is red, but the standard edition is blue, and I actually very much prefer the red copy. I have always been a massive fan of red. Red has been one of my favourite colours for a very long time, so I definitely like the red better, and it's called embossing, so you know, that's just putting me in my place, isn't it? This was another great box from FAIRYLOOT. Let me know what you thought of it. I'm definitely really looking forward to reading both of these books, so I think they've done really well with their book selections for this month. Really great box, As always, nobody is surprised. But that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more like this from me, then do think about hitting that subscribe button, and I hope to see you here again soon. Thanks! Bye!